Okay, let's dive right in. You pour so much work into your website, right? All that time, all that effort. But have you ever actually stopped to ask who or what is learning from it? We're going to look at a brand new way you can answer that question and, maybe more importantly, take back the controls. Yeah, it's a pretty direct question, I know, but seriously, if you own a website, you really have to think about this. Because right now, and you might not even realize it, your content is probably being used as a textbook for the next wave of AI.
And we're not talking about some small, obscure programs here. The biggest names in the business, we're talking ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, you name it. They are all constantly crawling the web, and they are hungry for data. They are reading your blog posts, analyzing your product pages, and learning from every bit of original research you publish.
And this hunger for data, well, it brings us to a challenge that honestly just didn't exist at this scale even a few years ago. We are literally watching a new kind of internet being born, one that comes with this new, absolutely insatiable appetite from AI. There's a name for this process. It's called AI content scraping. It's basically how these large language models, the LLMs, get so smart. They just crawl the web and hoover up enormous amounts of information to learn how to write and think and create. Your website? It's on the menu. The real question is, shouldn't you get a say in that?
Well, thankfully, the answer to that question is a big yes. A solution is popping up that acts like a personal digital doorman for your website. You know, like a bouncer at a club, giving you the final word on who gets past the velvet rope.
And that solution is a simple little text file called llms.txt. Now, that's not just some random name. It's becoming a new web standard, one built specifically for this age of AI. The best way to think about it is like a universal do not disturb sign that any AI crawler can read and understand. It tells them the rules for your digital property.
So this idea isn't totally out of the blue. It actually builds on something many of you might already know, the good old robots.txt file. For decades, that's been our way of telling search engines like Google, hey, you can look at this page, but don't list that one in the search results. Simple, right? Well, llms.txt is the next step. It's the evolution for this new AI-driven world. It's not talking to Google search anymore, it's talking to ChatGPT and Gemini. And the message isn't about search indexing, it's about training. It's about saying, you can't use my stuff to build your AI. This is web control for the generative AI age.
This all sounds pretty cool, but I bet you're wondering, is this really worth doing? And the answer is 1,000% yes, because taking this one simple step gives you some really powerful benefits for your content, your business, and of course, your privacy.
For starters, you immediately improve privacy by telling AIs to keep their hands off any sensitive info. You get to protect the originality of all your hard work, your articles, your photography, your unique ideas, and stop it from just being spit out by some AI chatbot. Plus, and this is a big one, it sends a clear signal to your clients and colleagues that you are on top of your game and that you're up to date with modern web standards. It just screams expertise.
Okay, so how do you actually do this? Here's the best part. You can create your own llms.txt file right now, totally free, in just a couple of clicks. I'm going to walk you through the super simple 5-step process.
And let me just make this crystal clear. You don't need to be a coding genius. You don't even need to sign up for anything. The tools out there are designed to be incredibly easy and fast so that literally anyone with a website can do this.
It is literally just 5 easy steps. First, you just pick which AI bots you want to block or allow from a simple list. You can even get super specific and protect certain parts of your site, like, say, a members-only section. Step 3, you click Generate. Boom! Then you just download that file and upload it to your website's main directory, the root folder. And that's it. Your digital doorman is officially on the job.
And hey, for the millions and millions of you on WordPress, it gets even easier. There are free plugins now that do the whole thing for you. You just install it, check a few boxes in your dashboard, and you are done. No need to touch a single file. Now, you might be thinking, okay, this is probably just for big tech companies or expert-level developers, but no way. That's not the case at all. This is quickly becoming a must-have tool for anyone who creates content for the web.
It doesn't matter if you're a blogger protecting your original writing, a freelancer who needs to protect client work, or a business trying to lock down its valuable data, or even a developer or a designer who wants to stay current. This is for you. It's becoming a fundamental part of managing a modern website.
When you boil it all down, llms.txt is about one thing: empowerment. On a web that's getting more and more automated, this simple little file is actually a powerful statement. It's what puts the control over your digital work back where it belongs, in your hands.
So this leaves us with a really fascinating question to chew on. This new standard, it's one of the first big moves to redefine how we as creators interact with AI. And it makes you wonder, as AI just keeps getting faster and smarter, what's the next digital fence we're going to need to build? What comes next to make sure the web stays a place for human creativity and control?